Welcome back to Top Liberty Coins. Today we are talking about one of the most mysterious and highly collectible coins that has created massive excitement among coin collectors across America and around the world. Hidden in old collections, forgotten coin jars, family drawers, and dusty piggy banks, one incredible coin has become the center of attention for collectors hunting for valuable treasures. Now most people see an old coin and think it is simply spare change. Something ordinary, something common, something with little importance. But experienced collectors understand something very different. Age alone can create value, but when rarity, condition, mint errors, historical significance, and collector demand combine together, a simple coin can become. The year 1969 was an interesting period in American history. The United States was going through social changes, economic shifts, and major world events. During this time, millions of coins were produced by the United States Mint to serve daily commerce. Among those coins, pieces produced in Denver carried a tiny D mint mark, representing the Denver Mint facility where these coins entered production. At first glance these coins appeared completely normal. Millions entered circulation, passing through stores, banks, vending machines, but over time something changed. Collectors began noticing that certain examples from the 1969 D production carried unusual characteristics that separated them from ordinary coins. Some showed exceptional strike quality. Some survived in brilliant uncirculated condition. Others developed unusual. What makes coin collecting fascinating is that two coins with identical dates can have completely different values. One may be worth only face value while another nearly identical example can command hundreds, thousands, and in exceptional situations even tens of thousands of dollars. The difference often depends on details invisible to the average person. Take a close look at the surface of old coins. Tiny details can completely transform value. The sharpness of Liberty's portrait, the condition of lettering, the shine remaining on original mint surfaces, evidence of circulation wear, and microscopic imperfections all become critical factors when professional grading companies examine rare coins. Even the smallest difference can dramatically affect collector demand. Collectors constantly search for coins that remain in what is called mint state condition. This means the coin preserved its original quality with little or no wear after leaving the mint decades ago. Finding a coin from 1969 in such preserved condition becomes increasingly difficult because most entered circulation immediately and suffered years of damage from constant handling. Now imagine discovering a perfectly preserved 1969 D Liberty coin that somehow escaped circulation for decades. Perhaps hidden inside a forgotten. One reason old American coins attract such attention is historical connection. Coins are miniature time capsules carrying the story of the nation. The 1969 era reflected a period when American manufacturing, economic growth, and monetary circulation were evolving rapidly. Every surviving coin from this period represents a physical piece of history people can actually hold in their hands. Auction records over recent years have shown extraordinary examples of rare older coins reaching unbelievable values. Collectors with deep knowledge carefully inspect mint marks, production varieties, strike anomalies, doubled lettering, off-center strikes, die cracks, and other unusual characteristics capable of creating rarity. The discovery of even one uncommon variation can instantly turn a forgotten coin into a collector treasure. The coin market itself has changed dramatically. Decades ago only specialists understood hidden coin values. Today millions of collectors worldwide participate in auctions, online marketplaces, grading submissions, and private sales. The excitement surrounding old Liberty coins continues growing because supply becomes smaller every year. Coins become damaged, lost, melted, scratched, cleaned improperly, or permanently removed from collector circulation. As surviving high-grade examples become harder to find, prices naturally rise among collectors determined to complete valuable collections. Now imagine hearing that a rare coin sitting unnoticed in someone's drawer could potentially attract offers far beyond what anyone expects. Stories like this happen more often than people think. Families inherit collections without understanding true value. Children spend rare coins unknowingly. Estate sales reveal hidden treasures overlooked for generations. Every old coin has the possibility of telling a surprising story. The 1969 Liberty coin continues fascinating collectors because examples with exceptional preservation stand apart from ordinary circulated pieces. Bright original surfaces, strong detail definition, untouched luster, and perfect strike quality can transform collector interest dramatically. Professional grading companies. Higher grade means higher demand. Serious collectors compete fiercely for coins receiving premium certification because population numbers remain extremely limited. When only a small number survive in exceptional condition, auction competition pushes prices upward very quickly. But condition is not the only factor. Minting mistakes sometimes occur during production. A coin may leave the mint carrying unusual errors that immediately create rarity. Slight doubling in lettering, striking irregularities, planchet defects, and alignment mistakes can all attract collectors willing to pay significant amounts for unusual specimens. Many beginners assume rare coins look obviously different. In reality, the most valuable discoveries often appear completely ordinary. That is why experienced collectors inspect every detail carefully using magnification tools and professional references. One tiny overlooked feature can mean the difference between ordinary pocket change and a valuable collectible asset. Across America, thousands of people search old jars every year hoping to discover overlooked treasures. Grandparents often saved older coins decades ago without understanding future collector demand. Bank rolls forgotten in storage sometimes reveal pristine examples untouched since coin collecting has transformed into more than a hobby. For many it has become investment strategy. Rare coins combine history, scarcity, collector passion, and financial growth. Unlike ordinary objects that lose value over time, genuinely rare collectible coins often increase as availability declines and market interest expands globally. Imagine finding a coin purchased decades ago for simple everyday spending that today generates collector excitement worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on grade and rarity characteristics. This possibility keeps collectors searching constantly. The story of old American coinage reminds us that extraordinary value sometimes hides inside ordinary places. Something ignored for years can suddenly become highly desirable when rarity meets collector demand. The 1969 Liberty coin represents exactly that type of possibility. Every scratch tells a story. Every mark represents decades of history passing from hand to hand through stores, businesses, families, and communities. Yet some coins survived untouched, preserving the original beauty created when the mint first produced them over half a century ago. Collectors know patience creates rewards. Rare discoveries happen unexpectedly. One overlooked coin among thousands can become the centerpiece of an entire collection. Auction houses continue recording surprising sales, proving that old coins remain among the most fascinating collectible markets in existence. So before ignoring old change sitting around your house, take a closer look. That forgotten coin jar may contain pieces far more valuable than anyone suspects. The 1969 Liberty coin has captured the attention of collectors for good reason, combining age, history, scarcity, mystery, and the thrilling possibility of hidden value waiting to be discovered. Some coins disappear forever while others survive long enough to become legendary collector treasures. The difference between spending a coin and preserving history can mean discovering extraordinary value years later. And somewhere right now, in an old collection, forgotten drawer, hidden attic box, abandoned bank roll, or family inheritance, another rare 1969 Liberty coin may be waiting silently for someone to recognize its true importance. The biggest treasure hunts do not always happen underground. Sometimes they happen inside your own home. Sometimes history hides in your own pocket. And sometimes one small coin can be worth far more than. Today we are talking about one of the most fascinating coins collectors around the world continue searching for, the incredible 1971 Liberty coin. At first glance it may look completely ordinary, just another old coin from decades ago, but what many people do not realize is that some rare examples of this coin have become extremely valuable and continue to rise in price every single year in the collector's market. The year 1971 holds a very special place in American coin history because this was a period when coin production was changing rapidly and several unusual minting variations began appearing. Millions of people used these coins every day without knowing that a few rare pieces would one day become treasures worth life-changing amounts of money. Right now, somewhere in the world, collectors are paying huge prices for rare versions of the 1971 Liberty coin because the right condition, the right mint mark, and the right era can turn an ordinary coin into an unbelievable fortune. When the 1971 Liberty coin was first introduced into circulation, nobody expected it to become such an important collectible decades later. It was simply another coin passing from hand to hand in stores, banks, and everyday transactions. But time changes everything. Coins disappear, become damaged, get melted down, or simply vanish forever. That means surviving high-quality examples become harder and harder to find every single year. Collectors especially pay attention to coins that remain in nearly perfect condition. A coin that looks fresh, shiny, and untouched can command astonishing prices compared to the exact same coin with scratches or heavy wear. Some 1971 Liberty coins have sold for hundreds of dollars, while extremely rare examples with special characteristics have reached incredible values far beyond what ordinary people imagine. One of the biggest reasons collectors search for this coin is because of mint errors. During production, sometimes machines strike coins incorrectly. Maybe the design appears doubled, maybe the letters look unusual, maybe the surface contains strange marks created during minting. Most people ignore these unusual details because they think the coin is damaged, but experienced collectors know these mistakes can make a coin dramatically more valuable. Imagine checking an old coin collection and discovering a 1971 Liberty coin with a rare minting error hidden among ordinary pocket change. Something so small could completely change its value overnight. This is exactly why collectors inspect every detail carefully using magnifying glasses, bright lights, and professional grading services. Tiny differences invisible to normal eyes can sometimes create huge differences in market value. The history behind Liberty coins itself is one of the most famous stories in coin collecting. Liberty has represented freedom, strength, and national identity for generations. For decades, Liberty designs appeared on some of the most recognizable coins ever created. These coins were more than money. They became symbols of history, national pride, and artistic craftsmanship. Every collector understands that holding an old Liberty coin means holding a small piece of history connected to another era. Over the years, the coin collecting market has exploded worldwide. More collectors enter the hobby every year and demand keeps rising. Investors now treat rare coins almost like gold, silver, or luxury assets because exceptional coins often appreciate significantly over time. The 1971 Liberty coin has become one of those pieces people continue watching carefully because, now imagine a collector examining hundreds of ordinary coins and suddenly finding a perfectly preserved 1971 piece with a rare strike variation. Auction houses have reported cases where seemingly normal coins suddenly generated huge excitement among buyers. The difference between a common coin and a valuable one often depends on tiny manufacturing details people overlook every day. Condition remains one of the most powerful factors determining value. Coins graded at the highest levels command dramatically higher prices. A heavily circulated coin might be worth only a small amount, while an uncirculated example preserved carefully for decades could sell for astonishing numbers. Professional grading companies examine surface quality, strike sharpness, luster. Collectors also examine the mint mark carefully. Different mint locations produced coins in different quantities. Some mint locations created more coins while others produced fewer examples, making certain variations significantly harder to find today. Lower surviving populations create stronger collector competition, which naturally drives prices upward in the marketplace. Current market trends continue showing strong interest in vintage American coins from the early 1970s. Auctions, private collectors, and online marketplaces regularly see increasing competition for well-preserved examples. Some collectors are willing to pay extraordinary amounts. Stories continue emerging about people discovering valuable coins accidentally. A forgotten jar sitting on a shelf for decades, an inherited collection from grandparents, an old wallet untouched for years, and suddenly hidden among ordinary coins appears a rare collectible worth hundreds or sometimes thousands of dollars. These discoveries fuel excitement and inspire millions of people to begin checking their own collections. The fascinating thing about coin collecting is that treasures often hide in plain sight. Something people ignore every single day could become a collector's dream. The 1971 Liberty coin perfectly represents this idea because ordinary appearance often hides extraordinary value potential. This mystery keeps collectors interested and constantly searching. Experts recommend examining the lettering carefully because unusual thickness, doubled impressions, weak strikes, or spacing abnormalities may indicate rare mint variations. Edges should also be inspected closely because certain production mistakes create highly collectible differences. Even color variations caused during mint production can affect collector interest. Some rare examples of the 1971 Liberty coin have created enormous excitement in auctions where competitive bidding pushes prices dramatically higher than expected. What starts as a simple collectible can quickly transform into a highly sought-after historical item because collectors know opportunities to secure exceptional examples become increasingly rare. The market today continues proving that rare coins remain one of the most exciting collectible categories in the world. While many investments rise and fall unpredictably, historically significant coins maintain strong collector demand because history cannot be reproduced. If somewhere inside your home there are old coin collections passed down through family generations, now may be the perfect time to examine every piece carefully. The coin you once ignored could become one of the most exciting discoveries you ever make. The 1971 Liberty coin reminds collectors everywhere that hidden value sometimes exists where nobody expects it. Think about this for a moment. Millions of these coins once circulated freely through everyday transactions. People bought groceries, paid bills, filled gas tanks, and handed these coins away without giving them a second thought. Decades later, the same coins attract serious collectors willing to spend substantial amounts searching for the rarest surviving examples. The excitement surrounding rare coins continues growing stronger every year. New collectors enter the market daily while older collections disappear permanently. This creates even greater scarcity and stronger competition for the finest examples. The result is simple. Prices continue climbing and valuable coins become harder to find. So before ignoring old coins lying forgotten in a drawer, look closely. Study every detail. Check dates carefully. Examine surfaces under bright light. Because somewhere hidden among ordinary coins may be the extraordinary 1971 Liberty coin collectors desperately want to own. And imagine the unbelievable feeling of discovering that a small forgotten coin sitting quietly for decades could now carry incredible collector value reaching astonishing levels in today's market. Sometimes history hides in the smallest objects, and sometimes the greatest treasure is already sitting inside your own home waiting to be discovered. The world of coin collecting is full of surprises and fortunes appear when knowledge meets opportunity. The next rare coin discovery could belong to anyone willing to look carefully enough. And maybe right now the legendary 1971 Liberty coin is closer to you than you think, quietly waiting to reveal its incredible secret value and become one of the most exciting discoveries of your life. Today we are talking about one of the most fascinating hidden treasures in the world of coin collecting, the incredible 1981 Liberty coin, a coin that many people have seen but very few understand the true value behind. What if I told you that a simple coin sitting forgotten inside an old box, a dusty drawer, or a family collection could secretly be worth thousands, sometimes even life-changing money depending on its condition, rarity, and hidden mint errors? Stay with us because today's story might completely change the way you look at old coins forever. Back in 1981, the world was very different. Technology was still developing, the internet did not exist in daily life, and millions of coins were being produced every single day by government mints. Among these coins was the famous Liberty design that became one of the most recognized symbols in American coin history. At first glance the coin looked completely normal. The portrait design represented freedom, history, and national pride. People spent these coins every day without a second thought. The year 1981 became especially important for collectors because several different mint facilities were producing coins during this period, and not every coin was made exactly the same way. Tiny differences in production created rare varieties that today have become extremely valuable in the collector market. Some coins developed unusual striking errors. Some were produced with off-center designs. Others carried double impressions that can only be seen under close examination. Certain examples remained in perfect untouched condition for decades, and because of their incredible preservation their market value exploded far beyond what ordinary people would ever imagine. Collectors know one very important rule in the coin world. Age alone does not create value. Rarity creates value. Condition creates value. Demand creates value. And when all three combine together, a small coin can suddenly become worth more than an expensive car, more than jewelry, sometimes even enough money to completely transform someone's financial future. This is exactly why the 1981 Liberty coin continues attracting serious collectors everywhere. Now here is where things become extremely interesting. Most 1981 Liberty coins found in everyday circulation are still worth face value or only slightly above face value. But hidden among millions of ordinary examples are extremely rare versions that collectors search for aggressively. Coins preserved in uncirculated mint condition with no scratches, no wear, and sharp details can sell for significantly higher prices than average examples. Professional grading companies inspect coins under magnification and assign condition scores. The higher the score, the more valuable the coin becomes. A coin graded near perfect can sometimes reach hundreds of dollars immediately. But when collectors discover unusual minting mistakes, the value rises dramatically. Imagine a coin accidentally struck twice during production. Imagine letters appearing doubled because of a mint error. Imagine a design slightly shifted away from center. These unusual production mistakes transform ordinary coins into collector treasures. In rare situations such pieces have sold for thousands of dollars simply because no identical examples are easy to find. Many people around the world unknowingly own old coin collections inherited from parents or grandparents. Inside those collections rare treasures often remain hidden for years. Some collectors discovered forgotten 1981 Liberty coins inside old jars, piggy banks, and antique boxes. What looked like pocket change turned out to be valuable collectible history. The coin market itself has grown tremendously over the years. Serious collectors compete internationally through auctions. Rare coins once sold locally now attract bidders worldwide. A valuable 1981 Liberty coin in exceptional condition can generate intense competition when collectors recognize rarity. Some auctions have surprised owners by delivering values far above expectations. Understanding mint marks is also extremely important. Small letters placed on coins identify where each piece was produced. Different mint facilities sometimes produce slightly different varieties. Certain facilities produced lower quantities compared with others, automatically increasing rarity years later. Collectors carefully inspect these tiny details because one small letter can completely change the value. Two coins appearing identical to the average person may actually carry dramatically different collector prices. Another factor increasing value is historical preservation. Coins surviving decades without entering circulation remain extremely desirable. These untouched examples preserve original shine, original detail, and original surfaces exactly as they appeared when first produced. Some people ask why collectors pay so much money for small pieces of metal. The answer is simple. Coins capture history. Every coin represents a moment in time. Every design reflects an era, a government decision, a manufacturing process, and a story connected to history itself. Owning rare coins means owning physical pieces of the past. For serious collectors, rarity and historical significance create value beyond. There have been extraordinary stories of collectors purchasing ordinary-looking coin rolls from banks only to discover hidden treasures inside. In some situations, a rare Liberty coin overlooked for decades suddenly received professional grading and shocked everyone with a remarkable market value. If you own a 1981 Liberty coin today, inspect the date carefully. Study the mint mark. Examine edges, lettering, and portrait details. Look for unusual doubling, unusual texture, design shifts, or striking irregularities. Sometimes these small differences separate ordinary coins from collector jackpots. Never assume an old coin has no value simply because it appears common. History proves that many extraordinary discoveries began exactly this way. Today the collector market continues evolving rapidly. Demand for rare American coinage remains extremely strong. Auction houses report continued interest in rare date varieties and error coins. The 1981 Liberty coin remains one of those fascinating examples where rarity and preservation can transform everyday money into extraordinary collectible wealth. While most examples remain ordinary, the rare hidden gems continue making headlines among collectors worldwide. Imagine opening an old family collection and discovering a forgotten coin that collectors desperately want. Imagine learning that something ignored for decades could suddenly be worth hundreds, thousands, or even more under the right circumstances. This possibility is what makes coin collecting so exciting. Treasure hunting does not always require maps, oceans, or ancient ruins. Sometimes treasure hides quietly inside your own home waiting to be discovered. The next time you see old coins sitting forgotten somewhere, do not ignore them. Take a closer look. History often hides incredible surprises in the smallest places. The 1981 Liberty coin reminds us that value is not always obvious. Sometimes the ordinary becomes extraordinary with time. Sometimes forgotten pieces of history become financial opportunities beyond expectation. Millions of people handle coins every day without realizing they may be touching hidden wealth. Rare mint errors, limited surviving examples, perfect condition preservation, and collector demand all combine to create astonishing market prices. The world of rare coins continues proving one unbelievable truth. Something incredibly valuable may already be sitting unnoticed just inches away from you right now. So before you spend that old coin collection, before you ignore those forgotten coins hidden in drawers, before you assume old money has no importance, remember the incredible story of the 1981 Liberty coin. What appears ordinary today may become tomorrow's hidden fortune. And somewhere out there another rare coin discovery is waiting for someone willing to look closely enough to recognize true value. One coin. 1 year. One hidden story. One forgotten treasure. The incredible 1981 Liberty coin continues reminding collectors around the world that history and fortune sometimes come together in the smallest objects imaginable. Check your coins carefully because the next life-changing discovery might already be in your hands right now. Today we are talking about one fascinating coin that has caught serious attention among collectors and hidden treasure hunters everywhere, and that is the famous 1983 Liberty coin. At first glance it may look like an ordinary old coin that millions of people have seen before, but hidden behind its simple appearance is a story connected to history, rarity, collector demand, minting errors, and values that continue to surprise people every single year. Back in 1983, the United States Mint produced millions of coins as part of regular circulation. Most people spent these coins on groceries, gas stations, restaurants, and everyday shopping without paying attention to the tiny details stamped into the metal. But decades later collectors began noticing that certain 1983 Liberty coins had become far more valuable than anyone expected. Some examples began appearing in auctions with shocking prices, while rare variations suddenly became objects of obsession. The reason collectors love old coins is because every single year of production tells a different story. Some coins are valuable because fewer were made. Some become famous because mistakes happened during production. Others become expensive because surviving examples in perfect condition are incredibly hard to find. When looking at a 1983 Liberty coin, most people notice the familiar design showing Lady Liberty, a symbol representing freedom and strength throughout American history. For decades the Liberty design became one of the most recognizable symbols ever placed on American coinage. But what makes certain 1983 examples special is not simply the design itself. The true excitement begins when collectors start examining mint marks, strike quality, preservation condition, and rare production variations that separate ordinary coins from hidden treasures worth serious money. Coin grading plays a massive role in determining value. Two coins from the exact same year may look similar to the average person, but collectors know tiny differences can completely change the price. A coin that has scratches, worn edges, fading details, and heavy circulation damage may only carry face value. But another coin preserved almost perfectly for decades can suddenly become worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on collector demand in the current market. Experts spend years learning how to grade coins professionally. They inspect surface shine, edge quality, mint luster, visible scratches, strike sharpness, and preservation quality under magnification. A nearly perfect 1983 Liberty coin stored carefully for years can command prices ordinary people would never imagine possible. This is one of the biggest reasons the 1983 Liberty coin has become more famous in recent years comes from rare error coins discovered by collectors. During mass production inside mint facilities, machines occasionally create mistakes. These mistakes may include double strikes, off-center strikes, weak impressions, clipped planchets, die cracks, unusual lettering, or strange metal composition differences. While factories normally reject damaged products, coin errors sometimes escape into circulation, turning accidental mistakes into collector gold mines decades later. The excitement surrounding rare coin discoveries has caused auction prices to rise dramatically. Imagine paying $1 or finding an old forgotten coin and learning collectors are willing to pay hundreds or thousands simply because your example contains characteristics almost nobody noticed for decades. Stories like this fuel an entire community of collectors who spend years hunting for rare hidden coins quietly sitting inside everyday collections. The modern coin market continues expanding every year. Online auctions have allowed collectors from different countries to compete for rare pieces, often pushing final prices much higher than traditional local sales. A rare 1983 Liberty coin in exceptional condition can attract intense bidding wars. Collectors understand that once a rare example disappears into a private collection, finding another equally preserved specimen becomes extremely difficult. What surprises many people is how condition affects value more than age itself. Many assume older coins automatically become expensive, but collectors understand rarity and preservation matter far more than simple age. A perfectly preserved 1983 Liberty coin may sometimes sell for more than coins far older simply because high-quality surviving examples are extremely limited. Collectors often examine specific mint marks because coins produced at different mint facilities can vary dramatically in value. During production years certain mints produced fewer examples while others created coins with unique characteristics attracting collector attention later. This is why the world of coin collecting has created incredible stories over the years. People cleaning old drawers have discovered forgotten coins later valued at astonishing prices. Families inheriting old collections sometimes uncover rare treasures hidden for generations. Garage sales, flea markets, estate collections, and antique dealers occasionally reveal coins overlooked by sellers who had no idea what they possessed. The 1983 Liberty coin continues attracting attention because collector demand remains strong. As more people learn about rare variations, the number of collectors searching increases while the supply of valuable examples remains limited. This balance between supply and demand creates the perfect conditions for prices to continue rising over time. Some collectors spend years searching for flawless specimens with original mint shine untouched by circulation damage. Others focus specifically on error coins because unusual mistakes can create extremely rare variations impossible to reproduce. A single production error from decades ago may transform an ordinary-looking coin into a highly sought-after collector treasure worth far more than anyone expects. Auction records constantly remind collectors why careful coin examination matters. Coins once ignored for decades sometimes suddenly appear selling for impressive amounts simply because experts recognized unusual characteristics overlooked by previous owners. This creates excitement for treasure hunters who now inspect every old coin much more carefully than ever before. Imagine finding a forgotten box of coins stored by parents or grandparents years ago. Inside could be ordinary change mixed with rare collectible treasures waiting to be discovered. Millions of valuable coins remain hidden simply because people never learned what details determine collector value. The 1983 Liberty coin stands as one powerful example proving everyday objects can sometimes become extraordinary financial discoveries. Professional grading services have increased confidence within the collector market by authenticating rare coins and assigning official condition scores. Buyers feel safer spending serious money when experts verify authenticity. Because of this, high-grade 1983 Liberty coins certified professionally often sell for much higher prices than ungraded examples. Collectors always recommend never cleaning old coins before evaluation. Many people mistakenly polish old coins hoping to improve appearance, but cleaning can damage original surfaces and reduce collector value significantly. Sometimes a naturally aged coin untouched for decades becomes far more desirable than a shiny coin cleaned improperly. As demand grows worldwide, rare coins continue transforming from hobby collectibles into alternative investment assets. Some investors now purchase rare coins not only because of historical fascination but because limited supply can create long-term appreciation. The 1983 Liberty coin remains one example collectors continue monitoring closely in modern market trends. What makes coin collecting so exciting is the possibility that extraordinary value may hide in ordinary places. A coin sitting unnoticed for 40 years may suddenly become the center of attention among collectors willing to pay incredible amounts for the right specimen. The difference between a common coin and a valuable one often depends on details so small most people never think to check. Next time you come across old coins, do not rush to spend them without looking carefully. Tiny details could change everything. Year dates, mint marks, unusual errors, strike quality, preservation condition, and rarity all combine to determine collector demand. The famous 1983 Liberty coin continues proving that hidden treasure does not always come in gold bars or diamonds. Sometimes history hides inside a small metal coin people ignore every single day. The coin market keeps evolving, collectors keep searching, auction prices keep surprising experts, and rare discoveries continue proving one important truth. Extraordinary value often hides where nobody thinks to look. Somewhere right now a forgotten 1983 Liberty coin may be waiting quietly inside an old collection, hidden drawer, abandoned piggy bank, or family inheritance. The next unbelievable discovery could belong to anyone willing to search carefully enough. And that is why collectors around the world continue chasing rare coins with endless excitement, because one small discovery can transform ordinary pocket change into a remarkable treasure story worth talking about for generations. The 1983 Liberty coin remains one of those fascinating examples reminding everyone that history, rarity, mystery, and incredible value sometimes come together in the smallest objects imaginable. So before ignoring old coins again, remember this simple truth. What looks ordinary today could secretly hold extraordinary value tomorrow, and somewhere among forgotten collections a rare 1983 Liberty coin may already be waiting to change someone's life forever. Today we are talking about a coin that many people have seen before but very few understand its hidden value. Sitting quietly in old collections, forgotten drawers, family boxes, and sometimes even mixed inside everyday pocket change, there is one fascinating coin that has captured the attention of collectors around the world. We are talking about the incredible 1990 Liberty coin, a coin surrounded by history, mystery, collector demand, and in certain rare conditions the possibility of being worth an unbelievable amount of money. Most people look at old coins and think they are only worth the number written on them. 25 cents means 25 cents. $1 means $1. But in the world of rare coin collecting things work very differently. A simple coin that once passed through thousands of hands can suddenly become a treasure worth hundreds, thousands, and in rare cases life-changing money. The reason is rarity, condition, minting errors, collector demand, and historical significance. The 1990 Liberty coin was produced during an important time in American coin history. During this period, millions of coins were minted across different facilities. The most common locations were Philadelphia and Denver, where large production runs happened daily. These coins entered circulation immediately and became part of everyday commerce. People spent them without ever imagining that decades later collectors would carefully study every tiny detail, looking for rare variations that could increase value dramatically. What makes the 1990 Liberty coin special is not simply its age, because compared to very old historical coins this is relatively modern. What makes it exciting is that among the millions produced there are specific examples that stand out from the rest. Some coins contain striking errors. Some were produced with off-center designs. Some have doubled letters. Some show unusual marks created during minting. Others survived for decades in nearly perfect condition, and collectors compete aggressively to own these flawless examples. Imagine opening an old family box and finding a coin that appears ordinary. At first glance there is nothing unusual. The familiar Liberty design looks normal. The date says 1990. The surface shows the same metallic shine people have seen thousands of times before. But hidden inside that ordinary appearance may be a collector treasure waiting to be discovered. The smallest detail can completely change value. Condition is one of the biggest factors in determining market price. Coins that circulated heavily usually have scratches, fading details, worn edges, and damaged surfaces. These examples often remain close to face value. But coins that were carefully preserved without entering circulation can be dramatically different. Professional grading companies examine these coins under magnification and assign grades based on perfection. Higher grades mean higher prices, and sometimes the difference between a few dollars and thousands of dollars. Collectors around the world are constantly searching for coins that appear ordinary but hide extraordinary characteristics. The 1990 Liberty coin has attracted attention because certain specimens graded in exceptional condition have sold for surprisingly high prices in collector markets. Online auctions continue to show growing interest as buyers compete to secure rare examples. A coin that once purchased everyday goods can suddenly become a highly valuable collector item years later. One fascinating aspect of coin collecting is mint errors. During production, machines operate at incredible speed. Occasionally mistakes happen. When these mistakes occur, rare varieties are born. A slight design shift, a double strike, an incomplete impression, a missing layer of metal, or unusual die damage can transform a standard coin into something collectors desperately want. Error coins create excitement because no two examples are exactly the same. The Liberty design itself carries powerful symbolism. For generations, Liberty has represented freedom, independence, and national identity. Coin collectors appreciate not only financial value but also artistic and historical meaning behind every design element. The portrait, lettering, date placement, edge structure, and mint marks all contribute to a coin's identity. Serious collectors study these features carefully because tiny differences often reveal hidden rarity. Many beginners ignore coins from the late 20th century because they assume modern coins cannot be valuable. This is one of the biggest mistakes in collecting. Age alone does not determine value. Scarcity determines value. Demand determines value. Condition determines value. A relatively modern coin with low surviving high-grade examples can outperform much older coins in market price. Now imagine discovering a 1990 Liberty coin preserved in nearly untouched condition. No scratches. No circulation wear. Sharp details visible across the entire surface. Clean edges. Bright original luster still shining exactly as it did when leaving the mint decades ago. Such a coin becomes immediately interesting to professional collectors because perfect preservation is extremely rare. Auction houses continue reporting impressive sales for rare collectible coins every year. Some coins originally worth only cents have sold for astonishing amounts because collectors recognize hidden scarcity. Certain top-grade examples of 1990 Liberty coins have gained serious market attention, especially when professionally certified. When collectors compete directly, prices can rise rapidly far beyond expectations. Another factor affecting value is population rarity. This means how many examples exist in top condition. Millions may have been produced originally, but after years of circulation very few remain perfectly preserved. Damage, scratches, corrosion, environmental exposure, and simple everyday use destroy quality over time. As surviving perfect examples decrease, collector competition becomes stronger. There are stories everywhere about ordinary people discovering valuable coins accidentally. Someone cleaning a drawer finds an old collection. A family inheritance box reveals forgotten treasures. A cashier notices unusual details on pocket change. A collector checks old albums purchased cheaply at garage sales. Sometimes hidden wealth sits unnoticed for decades before finally being recognized. The growing popularity of online coin marketplaces has created even more excitement. Buyers from different countries compete instantly. Collectors study auction records carefully, looking for price trends. Rare coins once traded only locally now reach global audiences. This expanded demand has pushed prices upward for desirable collectible pieces, including modern rare varieties. Many experienced collectors recommend checking every detail carefully before assuming a coin is ordinary. Look closely at the date. Inspect lettering carefully. Check mint marks. Search for doubling effects. Examine edges for unusual patterns. Compare weight and alignment. Small abnormalities often separate common coins from valuable discoveries. The fascinating thing about coin collecting is unpredictability. Two coins appearing identical to casual observers may have completely different values. One may remain worth face value while another sells for hundreds or thousands because of microscopic differences visible only during close examination. Knowledge creates opportunity in the collector world. The 1990 Liberty coin remains especially interesting because people rarely suspect coins from this era could carry serious collector value. Many examples continue circulating unnoticed today. Hidden among ordinary change, there may still be rare specimens waiting for discovery. Every collector understands this possibility, and that excitement keeps the hobby alive. Some collectors focus only on ancient coins, but smart collectors know valuable discoveries exist across every generation. Modern rarity can surprise even experienced experts. Production anomalies, preservation quality, and collector demand combine in unexpected ways, creating market values far beyond original expectations. Imagine holding a small coin that once purchased something ordinary many years ago. Perhaps a newspaper, a drink, or everyday groceries. Today that same coin could attract serious offers from collectors simply because time, rarity, and condition transformed its importance. That is the incredible world of coin collecting, where history and value intersect. If you own old coin collections inherited from family members, now is the perfect time to inspect them carefully. Hidden treasures often remain overlooked for years. The coin sitting forgotten in a small container may carry far greater value than anyone imagined. Knowledge changes everything, and careful observation reveals opportunities. Collectors know that patience matters. Sometimes valuable coins remain unnoticed for decades before market demand suddenly increases. Historical interest grows. New collectors enter the hobby. Auction competition intensifies. Prices shift upward unexpectedly. Coins once ignored become highly desirable almost overnight. The story of the 1990 Liberty coin reminds everyone that extraordinary value sometimes hides inside ordinary objects. Something small enough to fit inside your hand may carry history, rarity, beauty, and surprising financial worth. Every collector understands this thrill. Every discovery creates excitement. Every rare coin tells a story far greater than its size. So next time you find an old coin, do not ignore it. Study it carefully. Check every detail. Search for unusual characteristics. Protect its condition. Because somewhere in the world collectors are actively hunting rare coins exactly like the one you may already own without realizing its importance. The world of coin collecting continues growing every single year, and hidden treasures remain everywhere waiting patiently to be discovered. The next valuable coin story could begin with something already sitting inside your own collection right now. One ordinary-looking 1990 Liberty coin may become the discovery that changes everything. And that is why collectors never stop searching, never stop learning, and never underestimate the hidden power of rare coins, because history has proven many times that even the smallest piece of metal can carry astonishing value far beyond imagination, and the next great discovery may already be closer than anyone thinks. Today we are talking about one incredible coin that many people have seen, many people have spent, but very few people understand the true value hidden inside it. We are diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1993 D-Top Liberty coin, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors around the world and in certain rare conditions has sold for astonishing amounts of money. Imagine reaching into an old drawer in your house, opening a forgotten coin jar, or checking loose coins sitting in your pocket and suddenly finding a coin that collectors are willing to pay hundreds, thousands, or even massive amounts of money for. That possibility is exactly why coin collecting has become one of the most exciting hobbies and investment opportunities in the world today. Among these coins, the 1993 D-Top Liberty coin has become one of the pieces attracting serious attention in the collector's market. The year 1993 was an important period in United States coin production. During this time millions of coins were produced for circulation, but hidden among those millions were a few examples created with unusual characteristics, rare minting conditions, and special errors that transformed ordinary coins into collector treasures. The 1993 D Mint mark means this coin was produced at the famous Denver Mint, one of the major coin production facilities responsible for creating millions of American coins every year. At first glance, the 1993 D-Top Liberty coin may look completely normal. Most people would never suspect anything unusual about it. The design appears familiar, the lettering looks standard, and the coin may seem like everyday pocket change. But experienced collectors know something important. Certain examples from this year contain rare details that dramatically increase value, turning a small coin into an object collectors compete aggressively to own. One of the first things serious collectors examine is the condition of the coin. In coin collecting, condition is everything. A heavily circulated coin with scratches, fading, and damage may only carry face value or a small premium. But a coin preserved in exceptional condition with original shine, sharp details, and no visible wear can command much higher prices. A 1993 D coin graded at lower circulated condition might be common, but coins reaching near perfect grading levels begin entering an entirely different price category. Collectors use professional grading systems to determine condition. The highest quality coins receive grades close to perfect mint state. These coins often look as if they were produced yesterday, with no signs of handling and flawless surfaces. When a 1993 D-Top Liberty coin reaches extremely high grades, collector demand begins increasing rapidly because surviving examples in perfect condition become very difficult to find. But condition is only part of the story. The real excitement begins when minting errors enter the picture. During coin production, mistakes sometimes occur inside the minting process. Machines strike coins incorrectly, dies become damaged, alignment problems happen, or metal preparation errors create unusual appearances. These minting mistakes are accidental, but collectors love them because they create rarity. Some 1993 D coins have been discovered with off-center strikes. This happens when the coin blank shifts during production and the design lands improperly. Instead of a perfectly centered image, part of the design may appear missing. Depending on how dramatic the error is, collector demand can increase significantly. Another highly desired variety involves double striking. This occurs when the coin receives more than one strike during production. Letters may appear doubled, dates may show unusual overlapping impressions, and design elements can look distorted. When authentic examples appear in the collector's market, prices often jump quickly because error coin enthusiasts actively hunt these rare pieces. There is also excitement around die crack errors. Over time, minting dies begin wearing down from repeated use. Tiny fractures develop inside the metal dies, and these cracks transfer unusual raised lines onto the finished coins. Some collectors specifically search for dramatic die crack examples because they represent unusual moments in the production process and each pattern becomes unique. The 1993 D-Top Liberty coin can also carry value through weak strike variations. Sometimes the minting pressure during production is inconsistent. Certain design details become softer or incomplete. Areas that should show sharp detail may appear faded even though the coin itself remains uncirculated. Specialists examine these subtle differences closely because uncommon strike variations sometimes become valuable collector discoveries. Now let us talk about value, because this is where excitement really begins. Standard circulated examples of the 1993 D coin may sell only for small amounts above face value. However, coins preserved in exceptional mint state condition have sold for much higher prices in collector auctions. The better the grade, the stronger the demand. Coins graded at mint state 65 or above begin attracting premium attention. Prices can move into significant collector ranges depending on rarity, eye appeal, and demand at the time of sale. Some near-perfect examples have reached impressive values that surprise ordinary coin owners who never realized the importance of condition. When rare mint errors combine with high-grade preservation, the value story changes dramatically. Collectors have paid hundreds and sometimes thousands of dollars for coins with major striking errors. Every year new discoveries emerge from old collections: inherited coin boxes, forgotten piggy banks, and bank-wrapped coin rolls. Many valuable discoveries happen completely by accident. This is why experienced collectors never ignore older coins. What appears ordinary to one person may represent an extraordinary opportunity to another. The coin market operates through rarity, condition, collector competition, and demand. When these four factors combine, prices can rise fast. One important factor influencing coin value today is population scarcity. Professional grading companies record how many examples of specific coins have been certified at each grade level. If very few 1993 D-Top Liberty coins exist in near-perfect grades, collectors compete harder for ownership. Lower supply combined with high demand always creates price pressure. Auction records have shown remarkable surprises throughout the coin collecting world. Coins originally intended for everyday spending have sold for astonishing prices once collectors discovered rare characteristics separating them from ordinary examples. A coin worth a few cents in circulation can suddenly become a prized collectible once rarity enters the equation. Many people make a major mistake by cleaning coins before selling them. Cleaning damages original surfaces and often lowers collector value dramatically. Natural untouched coins remain far more desirable. If you believe you own an unusual 1993 D-Top Liberty coin, the safest approach is preserving it exactly as found and having experts examine it professionally. Collectors use magnifying glasses and professional microscopes to inspect tiny details invisible to the naked eye. Small doubling in letters, unusual spacing in numbers, weak strikes, die cracks, missing design details, and edge abnormalities can all transform value dramatically. Even a tiny difference can separate an ordinary coin from an expensive collector item. The global coin collecting market continues growing every year. Investors, historians, collectors, and treasure hunters constantly search for rare pieces connected to unique production stories. Coins are more than money. They are small pieces of history carrying stories from the moment they were created. The fascinating part about the 1993 D-Top Liberty coin is that millions exist, yet only a small number carry the special characteristics serious collectors want. That means valuable examples may still be hidden in old family collections waiting to be discovered. Somewhere right now someone may unknowingly own a coin worth far more than expected. Imagine checking a forgotten coin collection passed down from family members. Imagine finding a rare mint error overlooked for decades. Imagine discovering a simple coin carrying hidden value capable of attracting collector bidding wars. This happens more often than people realize. The coin world is full of extraordinary surprises. Some of the most valuable discoveries began with ordinary people paying close attention to tiny details others ignored. Knowledge creates opportunity. The more you understand rare coins, the better your chances of identifying hidden treasures before everyone else. So if you own old coins, start checking carefully. Look at the date. Search for the D mint mark. Examine every letter. Study the condition. Search for unusual marks, doubled details, strike abnormalities, missing elements, and anything appearing different from normal coins. The 1993 D Top Liberty coin continues attracting attention because collectors know rarity can exist where ordinary people see nothing unusual. The difference between a common coin and a valuable coin often comes down to tiny details hidden in plain sight. Your next valuable discovery could already be sitting in your home right now. Inside an old box. Inside a forgotten drawer. Inside a collection nobody has examined for years. Sometimes life-changing discoveries begin with a single coin overlooked by millions. The world of rare coins rewards curiosity, patience, and careful observation. Never underestimate the value hiding in everyday money, because history has repeatedly proven that ordinary coins can carry extraordinary worth. And remember one important fact. Every collector started exactly where you are right now. Learning, searching, observing, and discovering. The next incredible discovery could belong to you. Keep searching your coins carefully, because hidden treasures are everywhere, and sometimes a simple 1993 D Top Liberty coin can become the discovery that changes everything forever. This is Coins, bringing you another incredible treasure story from the fascinating world of rare coin collecting. Stay alert, keep collecting, and always check your pocket change, because your next coin might be worth far more than anyone expects. Today we are diving deep into one of the most talked about coins among collectors, the incredible 1994 D Liberty coin, a coin many people ignore every single day without realizing that hidden among ordinary pocket change there could be a treasure waiting to be discovered. The year 1994 was an interesting time in American coin history, and millions upon millions of coins were produced by the famous Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark stamped on the coin. At first glance, the 1994 D Liberty coin looks completely normal, just another everyday coin that passed through stores, banks, cash registers, and people's hands across the country. But the world of rare coins works differently, because sometimes tiny details make ordinary coins become legendary collector treasures. Collectors spend years searching for rare minting mistakes, unusual conditions, and extremely limited variations, because even the smallest production error can completely transform the value of a coin. The 1994 D Liberty coin has gained attention because certain examples exist with incredible strike quality, beautiful preservation, and rare minting anomalies that continue pushing demand higher year after year. Many people think old coins automatically become valuable, but true collectors understand the secret lies in rarity, condition, and unique characteristics that separate common coins from extraordinary discoveries. When the Denver Mint produced coins during 1994, machines worked continuously at extremely high speed, producing millions of pieces for circulation across the United States. In this massive production process, mistakes occasionally happened, and these mistakes are exactly what collectors dream about finding. Imagine finding a coin with doubled letters, unusual off-center striking, missing design details, die cracks, or striking errors invisible to ordinary people but incredibly valuable to trained collectors. Some collectors have spent decades examining thousands of coins, searching for hidden treasures, because one rare discovery can completely change everything. The Liberty design itself has always carried enormous historical meaning, because Lady Liberty has represented freedom, independence, strength, and the foundation of American history for generations. That makes Liberty coins especially attractive to collectors, because they combine historical symbolism with investment potential. Now here is where things become truly fascinating. A regular circulated 1994 Liberty coin may only be worth face value, and many people spend these coins every day without hesitation. But rare high-grade examples graded by professional coin companies tell a completely different story. Coins preserved in nearly perfect condition can command dramatically higher prices because surviving examples without scratches, damage, wear or environmental exposure become harder and harder to find every year. Collectors use grading systems that examine every microscopic detail under magnification. Even the smallest scratch can reduce value significantly, while a flawless surface can multiply value beyond expectation. Some uncirculated 1994 Liberty coins have sold for impressive amounts simply because their condition placed them among the finest known examples in collector databases. Now imagine finding a coin produced with a major minting error. Error coins have always fascinated the collecting world because mistakes are accidental and usually exist in extremely limited numbers. A coin with double dies can display letters appearing slightly duplicated, creating a dramatic visual effect collectors aggressively seek. Off-center strike errors happen when coin blanks move during production, causing designs to appear shifted, creating highly unusual appearances that instantly attract attention. Die cracks happen when the production die begins breaking, leaving raised unusual lines on the coin surface. Wrong planchet errors happen when coins are struck on incorrect metal blanks, creating bizarre appearances and enormous collector interest. When these rare errors combine with excellent preservation, prices can rise rapidly. The reason collectors become obsessed with coins like the 1994 Liberty is simple. Scarcity creates demand. And demand drives value. Every year more coins become damaged, lost, melted, destroyed, or permanently removed from circulation, reducing the number of surviving collectible examples. This means surviving rare pieces gradually become more valuable as serious collectors compete harder to own them. Coin collecting is not just a hobby anymore. It has become a serious investment market, with collectors paying extraordinary amounts for historically significant pieces. Professional grading companies carefully authenticate rare coins, preserving their condition inside secure protective holders while assigning official grades recognized worldwide. When a rare 1994 Liberty coin receives an exceptional grade, collectors immediately recognize its importance. This competition can trigger bidding wars where prices climb dramatically beyond normal expectations. Imagine someone casually discovering an old coin forgotten inside a drawer for years, only to learn collectors are willing to pay huge amounts because of a rare, unnoticed detail. Stories like this happen constantly inside the coin collecting world. Families inherit old collections without understanding hidden value. People clean out storage boxes and accidentally discover coins worth far more than expected. Others unknowingly spend valuable coins at ordinary stores, never realizing what they had in their possession. The difference between an ordinary coin and a rare collector piece often comes down to tiny details invisible without careful inspection. That is exactly why experienced collectors always inspect every coin carefully before spending it. A simple coin can hide extraordinary value. The 1994 Liberty coin reminds collectors everywhere that treasure does not always come in giant gold bars, ancient artifacts, or expensive jewelry. Sometimes treasure hides quietly inside everyday pocket change, waiting for someone curious enough to look closely. As collector interest continues growing worldwide, older coins with rare characteristics become increasingly difficult to obtain. This growing demand pushes prices upward, especially for coins in exceptional condition. Experts recommend carefully checking date, mint marks, edge details, lettering, sharpness, strike quality, and any unusual design features. A single overlooked detail can completely transform value. Many collectors use magnifying glasses, specialized lighting, and digital microscopes to inspect coins because tiny imperfections often reveal extraordinary rarity. Even beginners entering coin collecting quickly learn one powerful truth. Never assume an ordinary coin is ordinary. The world has repeatedly proven that common-looking coins can become extraordinary collector treasures overnight. Imagine checking a small collection inherited from family members and discovering a rare 1994 Liberty coin with a mint error worth far more than anyone expected. That single discovery could become one of the most exciting moments any collector experiences. History, mystery, rarity, and value all come together inside one small piece of metal. That is the magic of coin collecting. The excitement of discovery never disappears because every coin carries its own story, and sometimes that story leads directly to unexpected fortune. So before spending old coins sitting forgotten in your home, take a closer look. Check every detail carefully. Examine the mint mark. Study the surface. Search for unusual errors. Protect coins showing excellent condition. Because somewhere among millions of ordinary coins there could still be a rare hidden treasure waiting for discovery. And perhaps the next incredible collector story begins with a simple 1994 Liberty coin sitting unnoticed right in front of you. The coin you ignore today could become the valuable discovery everyone dreams about tomorrow. In the world of rare coins, knowledge creates opportunity and opportunity creates value. One tiny detail can change everything forever. Keep searching, keep learning, and never underestimate the hidden power of old coins. Because history has proven again and again that even the smallest coin can carry extraordinary value far beyond imagination. And maybe right now somewhere a forgotten 1994 Liberty coin is waiting to reveal its secret worth to the person lucky enough to find it. Today we are talking about one fascinating coin that has captured the attention of collectors everywhere, the incredible 1999 Liberty coin, a coin surrounded by mystery, collector demand, historical importance, and in some rare cases, values reaching extraordinary levels that most people never imagined possible. Imagine opening an old box filled with coins collected years ago. You begin sorting through pennies, quarters, nickels, and then suddenly your eyes stop on a coin dated 1999. At first glance it looks normal, common, maybe even worthless. But hidden beneath that ordinary appearance could be a rare treasure collectors are desperately searching for. This is exactly why the 1999 Liberty coin has become one of the most talked about coins among collectors in recent years. The year 1999 was a major moment in American coin history. The world was preparing for a new millennium. Economies were changing rapidly. Technology was advancing faster than ever before. Governments were introducing new coin programs, and millions of new coins were entering circulation. During this historic period, several coins featuring the famous Liberty design gained major attention, especially among collectors hunting for minting mistakes, low population coins, and high-grade specimens preserved in exceptional condition. Liberty has always been one of the most recognizable symbols in coin history. For generations, the image of Liberty represented freedom, strength, independence, and the spirit of a nation built on opportunity. Collectors have always been fascinated by Liberty coins because they connect modern collectors with historical stories stretching back over centuries. Every Liberty coin carries with it not only metal value but historical emotion, artistic beauty, and a connection to the past that cannot be replaced. Now here is where things become truly exciting. Most people think coins from 1999 are common because billions were produced. But what many do not realize is that rarity is not always about age. Sometimes modern coins become incredibly valuable because of minting errors. Sometimes a small design variation creates huge collector demand. Sometimes a coin graded in perfect condition becomes worth thousands simply because so few survived without damage. The 1999 Liberty-related coin varieties have become famous for these exact reasons. Certain examples struck with unusual die errors have sold for impressive amounts. Coins showing double strikes, off-center errors, broad strike mistakes, weak die impressions, and missing design details have attracted serious attention from professional collectors willing to spend enormous amounts of money. When collectors inspect a 1999 Liberty coin, they begin by examining the mint mark carefully. Coins carrying a D mint mark indicate production at the Denver Mint. Coins marked P came from Philadelphia. Sometimes the same design from different mint locations carries very different market values depending on surviving population and condition rarity. This small letter can dramatically change what a coin may be worth. Condition plays one of the biggest roles in determining value. A heavily circulated coin with scratches and wear may only carry face value. But a coin preserved in mint state condition without visible damage can suddenly become worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Professional grading companies spend years training experts who examine every microscopic detail because even tiny imperfections can affect value dramatically. Now imagine a collector discovering a 1999 Liberty coin graded nearly perfect. The surfaces remain bright. The strike is sharp. Every design detail remains crisp and untouched. Suddenly what looked like pocket change transforms into a serious collectible. Auctions have shown again and again that condition alone can turn an ordinary coin into an extraordinary financial asset. Some collectors spend decades hunting error coins from 1999 because minting technology, although highly advanced, was never perfect. Machines occasionally misaligned dies. Pressure errors occurred during striking. Planchet defects created unusual appearances. These production mistakes escaped into circulation where ordinary people unknowingly spent them like normal currency. Years later these same mistakes become collector treasures. This is one reason experienced collectors never ignore modern coins. Hidden among billions of ordinary examples may be one rare piece capable of commanding astonishing prices in the collector market. Current market trends show increasing interest in rare Liberty coin varieties. Online auctions, private collectors, grading companies, and coin dealers constantly track demand for unusual examples. Certain 1999 Liberty coins in rare error condition have reached prices far above normal expectations. Lower quality examples may remain common, but exceptional specimens continue rising in value year after year. There have been stories of collectors discovering rare modern coins in family collections inherited from grandparents. Sometimes these coins sat untouched for decades before someone finally realized their true value. A coin originally worth only a few cents suddenly becomes worth hundreds, thousands, or in exceptional circumstances, extraordinary amounts beyond what anyone expected. The collector market is built on rarity and competition. When two serious collectors both want the same rare coin, prices can rise aggressively. This competition creates headlines when ordinary coins sell for shocking amounts. The 1999 Liberty-related coin market has seen exactly this kind of excitement as collectors compete for the best surviving examples. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is cleaning coins. A person finds an old coin and immediately tries polishing it to make it shine brighter. Unfortunately, cleaning usually damages the original surface. Professional collectors prefer untouched coins because original surfaces preserve historical authenticity. Cleaning can reduce value dramatically even if the coin looks visually attractive afterward. Experts recommend examining coins under bright lighting with magnification. Tiny doubling in lettering, unusual strike alignment, missing details, and unusual surface textures may reveal hidden rarity invisible to the naked eye. Sometimes what looks like a minor imperfection is actually the reason a collector might pay a fortune. The coin collecting world has exploded in popularity because people now understand that valuable treasures may exist in everyday circulation. Social media, collector communities, auctions, and online marketplaces have introduced millions of people to stories of ordinary coins selling for unbelievable prices. Imagine carrying spare change in your pocket while unknowingly holding a rare collectible desired by collectors worldwide. This possibility creates excitement unlike any other hobby. Every coin becomes a mystery waiting to be solved. The 1999 Top Liberty coin remains one of those fascinating examples reminding collectors never to underestimate modern currency. Age alone does not determine value. Scarcity, condition, historical significance, minting mistakes, collector demand, and preservation all combine to create market prices capable of shocking even experienced collectors. Right now the collector market continues searching aggressively for rare 1999 examples showing unusual characteristics. Average circulated examples may carry standard value, but exceptional mint state coins, rare errors, and unique varieties can command dramatically higher prices depending on demand at the time of sale. Some rare examples have surprised collectors by reaching extraordinary auction numbers. Stories continue appearing of individuals discovering forgotten coins later identified as valuable collector pieces. This keeps the hunt alive and motivates millions of collectors to continue checking every coin carefully. So next time you see a 1999 Liberty coin, do not ignore it. Look closely. Study the date. Check the mint mark. Examine the strike quality. Search for unusual details. What appears ordinary today may become tomorrow's hidden treasure. History teaches collectors one important lesson. Rare discoveries often hide in plain sight. Valuable coins are not always ancient. Sometimes modern coins created within our own lifetime become the most surprising collectibles of all. That small 1999 Liberty coin resting quietly in a forgotten collection could hold a story stretching across history, craftsmanship, rarity, and value beyond imagination. The difference between spending it casually and discovering its true worth could mean missing out on something extraordinary. The coin collecting world never sleeps. Somewhere right now collectors are paying huge money for rare examples they cannot find anywhere else. Somewhere another ordinary person is unknowingly holding a coin worth far more than face value. And maybe, just maybe, that next incredible discovery is already sitting in your collection waiting for you to recognize its hidden value before the rest of the world catches on. Always remember, every coin tells a story, but sometimes one story can be worth far more than anyone ever imagined, and the incredible 1999 top Liberty coin might be one of those rare stories hiding wealth in plain sight, turning ordinary pocket change into a collector dream worth chasing for generations to come.